Welcome back to Breaking Bogey. Today we are playing at Prairie Landing in West Chicago. This is one of my favorite golf courses here in Illinois. We're playing in our league. There's about 15 of us here today playing. Hole 1 is a short par 4. You could drive it onto the green if you really want to, but with having money on the line and a lot of pride, I decided to hit an easy 5-iron onto the left side of the fairway, hoping that I would have about 100 yards left into the green. So I hit my tee shot pretty much right where I wanted it to. I have a really good look at the green here and have about 90 yards left to the pin. I hit an easy sand wedge and landed just right of the pin. I had a decent look at birdie here. I saw that it was a right to left break, but then when I stood over my ball, it looked like it was left to right. So I aimed slightly left of the pin, and of course I missed it. But I left myself with a tap in par, so I'm pretty happy about that. Hole 2 is not a very long par 4. I decided to take driver because the fairway was pretty wide here, and I thought that I would be pretty much okay if I went in the trap or in the rough a little bit. So I took a nice easy swing with my driver and piped it right down the center of the fairway. The flag was in the front of the green and I had about 57 yards left to the pin. My plan was to land it short of the green onto the fairway and just let it roll up to the pin, but my ball decided to have a different plan for me. I had another decent look at birdie here. I had a downhill putt and actually just came up a little bit short, but had another tap in par, so I'm really happy about that. The pin was tucked all the way in the front right corner on this hole. I think it was about 156 yards to the pin, but it was more playing probably like close to 170, 175 with the wind. Either way, I hit a hook and I hit it long, and I ended up on top of the hill, which is probably one of the worst places you could be on this hole. You probably can't tell from the angle that I have the camera here, but I'm a good 20-25 feet above the pin here. The only choice I had was to hit a flop shot and land it softly on the green. I kind of tried to do it, but I ended up landing it on the fringe and it kicks towards the pin, and it was also downhill, and it just unfortunately just kept running and rolled off the green. I decided to putt off the fringe here, and I just couldn't get the pace right, and I left myself short with another, 6 to 8 foot putt. This wasn't an easy putt either, had a right to left break. I ended up just missing the right edge here and ending up getting a double bogey. Hole 4 is a par 5. All I wanted to do was hit it over that bunker that's right in the middle, and then it slopes down towards the water down there, but I can't reach it, so it's no problem. I had about 240 yards left into the pin, but the green is elevated up, and there's water and there's a bunker, so I decided to just lay up. Unfortunately, I ended up hooking it and ending up left into that little valley that's down there. I'm not sure I wanted to be all the way left in that thing. I had about 60 yards left to the pin, including the slope, but I hit it a little bit soft and left myself with a very long birdie putt. Ooh, way short. I wasn't expecting to make this putt. I just wanted it close enough to walk out with the par. Tricky little 2-footer, but I was able to walk out with the par. I hate this hole, man. Hole 5 is a short par 4, but it is the hardest hole on the golf course. You can take the easy tee shot and hit it on the right fairway, but have a very narrow look at the green for your approach, Or you can carry the water on your tee shot and aim for the left fairway and have a very good look at the pin from there. I decided to aim for the left fairway and pray that I carry the water.
I used to be able to hit a 5-iron to that thing. I can't even get a 4-iron there anymore.
I had 117 left at the pin, but with the wind, it was probably playing more like 130. There is water to the right, and there's a lot of fescue to the left. And the green is still not very wide here, but it is very long.
Okay, I didn't hit a draw like I normally do, but I think I'm on the green. I just missed it. I made a birdie. It's recorded. I have video documentation.
The tee box is usually on the other side of the hill from where I'm at, which gives you a much narrower look into the green. I had another downhill putt look at birdie and just came up short. This fairway is probably a football field wide, and I managed to hit the only bunker there. Thankfully, my ball popped out of the bunker and into the rough.
It's only 211 away. I gotta start swinging a little harder than that.
Had a terrible lie here. I just took a 6-iron and tried to get it out there so that I would have a decent look for a third shot. Thankfully, the ball just rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled some more.
You know, we'll take that actually. We will take that all day.
I had 154 yards left to the pin. My plan was to hit a 9-iron about 140, 145 yards and just let it roll towards the pin. I left myself with a pretty long downhill birdie putt. I think when I stood over the ball, I forgot that it was a downhill putt, and I missed it by a lot. Ooh, that one felt good.
I fucking needed that.
I think that left bunker is about 240 from where I was, and I can't get there with a 4-iron. And that would leave me about 120, 130 yards left to the pin. I had about 120 yards left to the pin. I had a really good look at the green here, and
oh no!
I'd rather not talk about it.
Wow.
I had to take a drop after I just shanked that one, and then I thinned my wedge onto the fringe. I had a really, really severe downhill putt. Thankfully, I made this one, because if I missed it, I'd probably be looking at a triple bogey.
Oh, what a way to get a bogey off a shake.
I should have hit a draw, but instead I planned to hit a fade, and unfortunately I just started it off in the center of the fairway and then it faded into the bunker, which is not where you want to be on this hole. Between this bunker and the green, there's all water. My idea was to just lay up to the left fairway, get on for 3, hopefully save par, worst case, get a bogey. But I chunked it into the water. Had 110 yards left to the pin and just hooked my wedge and left myself with a long look at bogey. I had about a 20-25 foot downhill putt for bogey, and I just missed it. And a 3-putt for triple. What a way to end the front 9. Okay, so that was part 1. I'm at 46. I'm at 41, 5 over par. That last hole didn't do me very well. I'm tied for first so far in the league, but everybody is behind me. I'm the first group out. We'll see how things go in part 2.